Hey guys, welcome back to the second part of my book collection overview. I know I said I was going to get up my weekly film reviews, but I've decided to actually change the date to Sunday because I realised there's actually a couple of movies that I want to watch that I'd like to talk about once I've seen them, but yeah, I'd rather just wait until I've watched those and then I will talk about them in that like weekly reviews. So yeah, the reviews will be on Sunday, not on Friday as I initially said. But basically it's because I filmed the first part of my book overview, and I was actually pretty happy with how that one turned out. So this should be the last part to it, even though this one will probably be as long as what the first one was. So yeah, I'll just get straight into it. And first up, I have two Mission Top Secret novels. So we have The Treasure of Carla Figueroa and The Polish Pony Puzzle. I loved Mission Top Secret. If you were a kid in the 90s, you obviously, and you lived in Australia, you would know about this show, most likely. It was like my favourite thing ever, and I totally wanted to be part of Centauri. Yeah, so I was exceptionally happy when I managed to track down a couple of the books, because the show's not on DVD, unfortunately, even though I think somewhere there is a taped episode, but on which tape, and that would be, of course, I need a working VCR, which we currently don't have at the moment. But yeah, I've got two of the books, so I'm happy with those, so yeah. And then we have the first 6 books in the Princess Diaries series, because I still do like them, and I'd like to eventually finish off the series. But we have The Princess Diaries, The Princess Diaries Take 2, Third Time Lucky, Mia Goes Forth, Give Me 5, and Sixational. Yeah, as much as I adore both Anne Hathaway and Julie Andrews, the movies had nothing on the books, in my opinion. I mean, I know why they changed the character, because you couldn't have Julie Andrews playing such a mean and horrible person. Well, I'm sure she could have done it, the character, but I think people would have just had a hard time associating her with that character, and that's probably why they changed it. But I just love the grandmother in the books, because she's quite a bitch, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, I do like these series. They're kind of, I guess you'd say, guilty pleasures. But yeah, I still need to pick up the other 4 books, because there's 10 in total. So, but yeah, that's the Princess Diaries. And then I have 2 Terry Pratchett Discworld books. So we have The Colour and Magic and The Light Fantastic. I've read The Colour and Magic, really liked it, even though it's been a while since I've read it. But yeah, I do want to get on with this series at some stage. So yeah. Then I have a couple of TV tie-ins. I have the first novel in the Charmed series, The Power of Three, which I believe is just a novelisation of the first episode, because I love Charmed and I want to try and track down more of the novels, because I know there's a few different ones that aren't just actual novelisations of the episode. So it's Charmed. And then I have an Angel book, Haunted. I don't know why I picked this up, because it's quite random, but it's an Angel book, and I haven't actually read it, but I do want to, because, you know, love Buffy and Angel. So yeah, so that. We have Stephen King's The Dark Tower, The Gunslinger. Again, really want to read this, especially since I've heard that apparently there is going to be a movie on this series, but whether or not that eventuates, because I think it's been in the pipeline for some time, but It sounds pretty awesome, so I really want to read this. And I haven't actually read Stephen King before, so there we go. And then I have next, well, they're kind of a series because they're all set in like the same universe, and they're told through like letters, emails, pamphlets, that type of thing. And there's some of the funniest books I've ever read. I still need to pick up the fourth one. It's called Dreaming of Amelia, I think. But yeah, this series is just gold, I think, and I love them. And yeah, I really actually want to reread these. So we have Feeling Sorry for Celia, Finding Cassie Crazy, which is actually the first one I got because I received this as a Christmas present back in 2003, I believe. I think it was not long after this first came out. And so I read it and I was just kind of a bit, you know, well, I don't think the person who got me realised like what it was actually about, but there's quite a lot of swearing in it for like a young adult's book, so, but yeah, I still love them. It make me laugh, and yeah, so that's Finding Cassie Crazy. And then the third one is The Betrayal of Bindi Mackenzie, which, yeah, again, I actually quite enjoyed, which I didn't think I would after the first two, but so yeah, I need to find the fourth one in these. Well, like, as I said, they're not actually linked together, but like the second one references events in the first one, and then the third one references it again, so like they're just told from different perspectives. So there we go. And then I have an excellent series, even though I've only read the first two books. It is the Tomorrow When the War Began series by John Marsden. So we have Tomorrow When the War Began, The Dead of Night, The Third Day, The Frost, and Darkness Be My Friend. I really need to read the third one. As far as I know, they're making a sequel, like obviously Dead of Night, because I actually did like the first the first movie that they made, which was released 2010. So yeah, I'd be interested in if they continued on, which as far as I'm aware they are doing. But I have mentioned this particular series before. So basically, set in Australia. It's a group of teens go out camping because they live like in the rural Australia. I mean, not outback, but like their community's mostly like farmland and things like that. And basically, while they're away, like isolated from the rest of the world, an unknown enemy comes in and takes over the country. So, and they're basically having to, like, this group of, like, the group basically have to band together, and they embark on a set of guerrilla, like, warfare style tactics just to try and do their bit to stop the enemy. So I've only read the first two books because initially I read the first one for school, and then being the dork that I am, I went out and bought it because I just really loved it. And but yeah, I just need to finish the series because there's 6 in total, and then there's another trilogy, I think, called the Ellie Chronicles, which I've heard isn't as good as like the main series, but I do want to read them and then give the other set a try, even though I sort of already have an idea of what's going to happen to the characters, and yeah, it just makes me all depressed in that when I think about it. But oh well, that's tomorrow's series. And then laugh all you want, but was, you know, a huge Babysitter Club fan. I'm a child of the 90s. That's my only excuse for it. And again, this particular series is a huge guilty pleasure of mine. It's not the best series ever written, obviously, and you've got your timeline issues and the complete unrealism of it all. I mean, and it's, you know, the fact that the girls actually managed to solve crises that add any adult in their right mind should be able to, but this is Stony Brook, so I think that's what the general fan base sum it up as. And aside from the fact it seems to be in a time loop in the 50s, but yeah, I still love this particular series, and I still need to get the movie on DVD, but it seems it's only available via Amazon, but I still want it for my collection just to rewatch it. But yeah, so I've got a huge chunk of both these and the Little Sister books. So you have Christie's Great Idea, Claudia and the Phantom Prank Calls, The Truth About Stacy, Marianne Saves the Day, which was actually one of my favourites growing up. I don't know, I tend to like the Marianne books because I always sort of identified with her. Well, her and Mallory I kind of identified with. But yeah, I don't know why otherwise, but yeah, so that's Marianne Saves the Day, Christie's Big Day, and I seem to have Boy Crazy Stacy. For some reason these are all out of, oh hold on, I think I've worked it out now. So then that's Christy and the Snobs, Claudia and the New Girl, Hello Mallory, and that one is Little Miss Stony Brook and Dawn. Again, this was one of my favourites as when I was growing up. You have Claudia and the Bad Jokes, The Trouble with Mallory and the Trouble with Twins, Christy and the Mother's Day Surprise, Claudia and the Sad Goodbye, Welcome Back Stacy, Mallory and the Mystery Diary, Stacy and the Mystery of Stony Brook, Marianne vs. Logan, Stacy's Emergency, Marianne Mrs. Logan, Mallory on Strike, Jesse's Wish, Claudia and the Genius on Elm Street, Stacy's Ex-Best Friend. I'll sort through those later. We have Mallory Hates Boys and Gym, Marianne's Makeover, Stacy and the Cheerleaders, Farewell Dawn, Welcome to the BSC Abbey, Stacy McGill's Supersitter, Marianne in the Middle, Your New Mallory Pike. Again, really loved this book, and I don't know, I think it was at a time when I was just really, well, it's 99 I bought it. Yeah, I think that's sort of through the whole I wanted to go to boarding school phase, because I'd read Mallory Towers and St. Clair's, and yeah. Now we have a few of the mysteries with Mystery 1, Stacy and the Missing Ring, Beware Dawn, Marianne and the Silent Witness, Christy and the Middle School Vandal, Super Mystery 2, Babysitters Beware, and then moving to the super specials with Babysitter's Summer Vacation, again, which I also loved a lot. Sea City, Here We Come, The Babysitters Remember, again one of my favourite books out of the series, Aloha Babysitters. And then we have The Summer Before, which came out not too recently, I think it's like a year or a couple of years ago. So now we move into the Little Sister books, and the reason I have quite a few of these is because once upon a time I was part of a like a club thing where I'd get 3 books a month, and that's what I think I got up to, like number 15, and I didn't want to do it anymore. So but yeah, we just have Karen's Witch, Karen's Roller Skates, Karen's Worst Day, Karen's Kitty Cat Club, Karen's School Picture, Karen's Little Sister, Karen's Birthday, Karen's Haircut, Karen's Sleepover, Karen's Grandmother, Karen's Prize, Karen's Ghost, we have Karen's Surprise, Karen's New Year, Karen in Love, Karen's School Trip, Karen's Pen Pal, Karen's Cartwheel, that covers Karen's Big Y, Karen's Lucky Penny, Karen's Island Adventure, Karen's Christmas Tree, Karen's Promise, Karen's Big Move, Karen's Big City Mystery, Karen's Book, and Karen's Nanny. So that's all of the Babysitter Club books. Now we just sort of have a few miscellaneous things like we've got Katharine Hepburn biography, A Remarkable Woman, the Blair Years, the Alistair Campbell diaries, Life and Time, the biography of David Tennant, Nicole Kidman biography, the novelization of Batman and Robin, Starstormers, Pokemon I Choose You. Like, I just looked at the price. It was $6.96 for this one. I don't think I'd pay that now. Oh well. The novelization of Mewtwo Strikes, the first movie Mewtwo Strikes Back, which I actually saw at the cinema. I actually saw the first two Pokemon movies at the cinema. That was during my Pokemon I guess phase then. And then we have Star Quest Voyage to the Greylon Galaxy, which I picked up randomly. And then we have My Sister the Meanie. Running out of space. So we have some Enid Blyton books now. And I have The Twins at St. Clair's, The O'Sullivan Twins, Summer Term at St. Clair's, The Second Form at St. Clair's, Claudine at St. Clair's, and Fifth Formers at St. Clair's. And we have The Magic Faraway Tree, The Enchanted Wood, and The Naughtiest Girl Again. And then we move into my favourite particular Enid Blyton series, which is the Mallory Tower series. First term at Mallory Towers, second form at Mallory Towers, third year at Mallory Towers, upper fourth at Mallory Towers. This is my original broken copy of In the Fifth at Mallory Towers, and then I bought a new copy just a couple of months ago, and because this is like my favourite book in the series, I just love it. And yeah, I really need to do a reread of these series. I mean, it shouldn't take me that long to get through them, but anyway, that's that. And then we have Last Term at Mallory Towers. Okay. Yeah, I said I had books everywhere. So we have the official, this is my Doctor Who's books. We have the official 2011 annual. I still want to get the 2012 one. Monsters and Villains and Companions and Allies, which are like information books. We have the autobiography of Elizabeth Sladen, who of course unfortunately passed away April last year. Still seems, I can't believe it was actually that long ago, because yeah, we have that one, which I still haven't read yet. And then we have the novelisation of Doctor Who, The Time Warrior, which is my all-time favourite classic story and overall story in Doctor Who. We have Missing Adventures Goth Opera, and then we have Past Doctor Adventures with The Murder Game, Last of the Gathering, Rags, Bullet Time, A Morality Tale, and World Game. Thank you. Sorry about that. Looks like I'll have to do that a couple more times, but yeah, they're all scattered everywhere. We have the new series adventures with the 7th Doctor, so got Time Room Genesis, Exodus, and Apocalypse. Then we have Cat's Cradle, Time's Crucible, Warhead, and Witchmark. Then we have Nightshade, Love and War, and we have the 8th Doctor Adventures with the 8 Doctors. Now we have the new series adventures with The Clockwise Man, The Monsters Inside, Winner Takes All, The Deviant Strain, Only Human, Stealers of Dreams, The Stone Rose, The Feast of the Drowned, The Resurrection Casket, The Art of Destruction, and The Nightmare of Black Island, or they're the other way around, can't exactly remember. And just move these. Okay, nearly at the end. I'll just balance these ones. So we have the Decide Your Destiny books. This is still Doctor Who, Spaceship Graveyard, Alien Arena, The Time Crocodile, The Corinthian Project, The Crystal Snare, War of the Robots, Dark Planet, The Haunted Wagon Train, Lost Luggage, Second Skin, The Dragon King, The Horror of Howling Hill, The Claws of the Makra, and The Coldest War. And these two were 11th Doctor books. So now we move into my Star Wars books, and we have 4 of the Jedi Apprentice ones with The Rising Force, The Dark Rival, The Hidden Past, and The Mark of the Crown. We have a couple of the episode 1 journals. We have Queen Amidala's and Anakin Skywalker's, the I guess kiddies version of the Phantom Menace, and then we have a couple of the junior or they call it Jedi Raiders, Dangers of the Core and Anakin's Fate. Revenge of the Sith novelization, and then we have the Choose Your Own Jedi like Star Wars Adventures, A New Hope, The Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, which I just loved these ones when I was younger. Even though, like, obviously they're not actually like, I think basically they assume you're a guy like reading these, and then so sort of have to even though I still always try to pretend that I was me when I was reading these, but yeah, I just had a lot of fun with them. But anyway, those. And then we sort of have miscellaneous ones here: Tales from Jabba's Palace, The Courtship of Princess Leia, Tatooine Ghost, Heir to the Empire, Jedi Search, The Crystal Star, Dark Tide 1 Onslaught, and then we have Zorba the Hutt's Revenge and Mission from Mount Yoda. These ones have since been, I think, disregarded as some Star Wars continuity because they came out before the Phantom Menace did, so it doesn't like match up with anything. So, but they're in like still in the expanded universe, I think, but there's just unofficial ones. So. This is the last stack. We've got a mini theme set. This is Star Trek now. We've got Breaking the Barrier, which is set during Star Trek First Contacts. The biology of Star Trek. All the other things I really need to learn. I learned from watching Star Trek The Generation, one of my favourite books. I really want to get the one that's about the original Star Trek, but then we have the novelization of Star Trek The Motion Picture, The Entropy Effect, Star Trek Deep Space Nine Proud Helios, Star Trek Department of Temporal Investigations. Then we've got some New Frontier with Book 1, House on Cards, I think this one's called, but it doesn't have the scene in it. Then we've got Fire and High, which is Book 6, Being Human, Book 12, and Missing in Action, which I think is number 15, but it doesn't have it on here. But there we go. Sorry about all that, but I just wanted to do a book showing, and yeah. So I have to now put all of these books back, but as I said, I was rearranging them, and I just thought, you know what, I'll do one now. So yes, sorry about the length these videos took, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, and but rest assured these will be done yearly. I won't be doing them half yearly or whatever, but yeah. But thank you guys for watching, and my next video will be my weekly reviews, which should be up on Sunday. So until then, I'll see you. Bye.